looking for the first try of the match. It goes for Boyd, out for Hanson. They've caught them napping. Cossey steps inside McLean, beats the tackle of Edgar, and first points go to the Warriors. Penrith just making too many mistakes at the moment. Going now for Boyd. Hanson in again. Patoko, quick hands. Now for Cossey. Too much pace for Lane. And that's the second try for Cossey, and the Warriors are 10-0 in front. Now Price stepping into the defence. 6 more tackles too for the Panthers as Summerton. A dummy pass, Lussick. He will go straight through them. Luke Summerton back in the team and back on the score sheet. What a dream start this would be for Ben Harden's side. Summerton now for Lamont, turning across now. Guy, that's a shocking pass. Edgar can't pick it up. It's into the arms of Enemia Toyava. Now can he go all the way? He fights the speed of Doyle. Beats the tackle of Edgar. Doyle is over the 20. McLean is coming at him. Doyle for the corner. He'll get there. McLean is climbing. He went in a touch, but the touch judge is going to say it's okay. And that's a third try for the Warriors. Now across for Lussick. Boyd now with it. Across now for Hanson. Hanson double pumping, finding Kalis. Paul Patoko on his New South Wales Cup debut. Too big, too strong. The Warriors have another. Summerton now from dummy half. Cole, great ball. He just left Morgan Harper in his wake. And David Farley goes over for the Panthers second. Now Harper off and running from the tap. Finds Hanson. Hanson's brought down by Lamont. Guy in there as well. And Guy is going to be pinned here. Now the Warriors are calling for a sin bin. And he is going to go Mav Guy. Well, they're going to say deliberate breakdown. That looks a harsh call from the local referee, Packy Parkinson. Warriors looking to put this one to bed. Going now for Boyd. Boyd just splits them straight through. Tanner Boyd beats the fullback. Beats McLean and goes across. Oh, that's brilliant from Tanner Boyd. Boyd. Hanson, quick hands. Hit as he passed by Hassett. But Patoko's away. Kalis Paul Patoko beats Murphy. And caps off a brilliant cup debut for the young flank centre. Therefore, the Warriors over the Panthers to kickstart round 16 of the Knock-On Effect New South Wales Cup. It was a tight sort of opening half, but 2 tries right off the bat was enough for the Warriors just to seal their momentum over the course of this game. Let's kick up the stats deep dive. It was a New South Wales Cup debut for Kalis Paul Patoko. He picked up a double, 13 runs, 148 metres, 2 line breaks, a try assist, a line break assist, and 5 tackle breaks. He's a brilliant young centre that's come through their pathway program in New Zealand, and he's done an absolute fine job to start his Cup career. Next up, Luke Hanson. He had 11 runs, 81 metres, 4 line break assists, 3 try assists, 4 tackle breaks. He has really come a long way this season, Luke Hanson. He was in and out of the team at parts last year, but this year he's become a lot more of a consistent face, and he's absolutely smashed it with every passing game so far, and he's absolutely blitzing it. So well done, Lukey. You're absolutely doing everyone proud. Of course, the local Panther Junior, he's gone across the Tasman looking for an opportunity. Next up, Tanner Boyd. He had strong game management throughout. He had a great individual try, 12 points, 4 runs for 59 metres, 3 tackle breaks, several try involvements, 20 tackles, no misses. He's absolutely kicking the backside in over there across the Tasman for the Premiership heavyweights. Next up, Jack Cole. He had 7 runs to 72 metres, a line break assist, a try assist, a tackle break, an offload, a forced dropout, 28 tackles, 4 missed. He did absolutely everything he could to try and get the Panthers over the line in this one. His game management was really, really strong, but just they lacked a bit of experience on the whole in this one, the Panthers, with all those reserve grade players going up into first grade and doing such a fine job in the main game. Next up, Riley Price. He's back to his best after his ACL injury last year. 44 minutes off the pine, 13 runs, 159 metres, a half break, a line break assist, 2 offloads, 21 tackles, 2 misses. And then we go to Billy Phillips. What a season this guy is having at lock forward. He played just over an hour, 13 runs, 122 metres, a line break, an offload, 41 tackles, and 4 missed in what's becoming quickly a very strong effort. Next up, though, we're going to the Collegiate Sporting Complex, where the informed Dragons are looking for 8 straight against the Western Suburbs Magpies.
Glover. Ilias looking for runners. Leilua on the outside. They work it well there for Sloane. And we might have the first try. We do indeed. Some fantastic scurries from the back rower. As they come across into the hands this time for Sloane. Tyrell Sloane in space. He's going to walk on in. Stop him in his tracks. As Mulason looks out now. Glover. Ball playing out to the left. Here's a chance for Lawson. Scoots in the left-hand corner. Nate. St George Illawarra. Elias comes back. Glover scheming with Ramsey. Cody Ramsey slips over. Gets the offload back inside. And here's Sloane. That is a special. Maybe skating on thin ice here. Here's Hope. Hope's over. Well, the Magpies have hope. Just out to the left of the uprights. There's a cut-out pass here to Tui Tupau. He's going to walk around for a good try. Dummy. Comes out here again, and this time they're going to get them. Try time for the Magpies. This wonderful sports ground. Good crowd in attendance as well, but hang on. The ball's come free. The Dragons might score from the kickoff. Oh my goodness! Mulason. Played back well there by Fifita. Here comes Gula. Emre Gula. He's got it down. Try time for the Dragons. Great effort from him. Now they got numbers on the outside into the hands of Lawson. And he will finish it off.
Well, a big win there for the St George Illawarra Dragons over the Western Suburbs Magpies. There was 4 tries in the first half, and you thought, oh boy, what a write-off this is going to be. But then the Western Suburbs hit back. They scored the next 3 tries in the game. And for the Dragons, just ran riot again, scoring 4 tries in the final 20 to seal the win. Let's take a look at some of the key performers in our stats deep dive. Luciano Leilua dropped down to the New South Wales Cup. 12 runs, 122 metres, a line break assist, 4 tackle breaks, 2 offloads, 17 tackles, no missed, but did have 2 ineffective tackles. He also had 3 errors and a penalty conceded. So on the whole, a pretty stock standard game from Luciano Leilua. Next up, Lachlan Ilias, 2 line break assists, 2 try assists, an offload, 50 running metres, 11 tackles, no misses, 1 ineffective. If there's anything that the Dragons can learn from this 8-game winning streak, it's that Lockie Ilias and Jonah Glover can absolutely play football, and they deserve an opportunity in first grade. It's going to be interesting to see what happens over the course of the coming weeks around what the Dragons do in their halves in first grade, but Ilias and Glover can simply do no more at this point. Next up, Emre Gula. He had 5 tackle breaks, 4 offloads, a try, 13 runs, 123 metres, a line break, a try assist, 29 tackles, 1 missed, 1 ineffective. Now onto the Western Suburbs Magpies. Normally we highlight some big name stats in our stats deep dive, but we also got to highlight the bad. And Royce Hunt's stats this week were not great. 1 stint, 1 run, 10 tackles, 6 missed, an error and a penalty conceded. This is in the Hall of Shame for stats runs for players in the New South Wales Cup. Normally we can forgive this if it's a younger player making their cup debut, but a player of his experience and his work rate, that's simply not good enough at this level. But next up though, Tristan Hope. He had a try, a line break, 2 tackle breaks, a line break assist, a try assist. He forced a dropout, a team high 40 tackles, 1 ineffective, 2 misses. He's been really strong since coming down from the Brisbane Tigers. Next up, Tony Suka. He also picked up a try, 5 runs, 45 metres, a line break, 2 tackle breaks, an offload, 31 tackles, the 1 missed, the 1 ineffective in a sound outing. Well, next up, we're going to the Belmore Sports Ground for the clash between the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs and the Canberra Raiders as both sides look for consistency.
Now for Hughes to go to TR. Taff, overlap, numbers, too many numbers, and it's an Ari Tuala. Nicely setting up something on this left-hand side. Here for Solo running wide. But they were offside second time again, and now he's been banned. Tuala. Well, now there's going to have to be space out there somewhere with a man disadvantage. They look to go down to the left again, and it's Sanders to Noah Martin. Otukolo. Now Tialpa up into the line. Offload here for Luke Smith. Smith will score underneath the uprights. This was alert to it. Now Olokolo Now that comes here for Taff, a bit of a juggling act. It's been picked up here, though. Picked up by Anderson, who's getting chased down. It's a good chase there from Tialpa. He's handed it off. Tialpa trying to make the effort, and a second effort there from Canterbury. It's not going to be enough, though. To Colo, ball to no one, ends up getting to Moran on the bounce. Now here for Tia, who dummies and finds a half gap again. Cassius Tia will go over and extend this lead. First try of the second half. Last. Sanders puts it into the in-goal, chasing through his cook. He will get there. Arms stuck. Otukolo, Tia, Spinks. He's been really dangerous, Spinks, the last 10 or so minutes. And what a defensive effort. No, it's Spinks who rolls over. It's your goal. On the last, they'll go down short side. Tialpa, here for Smith. There it is.
And what a win for the Bulldogs. 2 tries in the last 5 minutes, enough to seal victory over a Canberra Raiders side that really started to find their mojo just before the break. They struggled a little out of halftime, but it was really game on before those 2 late tries in this one. We're going to kick off down the bottom with Logan Spinks, who picked up a try, 11 runs for 88 metres, a line break assist, a try assist, 3 tackle breaks and an offload, 24 tackles, no misses, 1 ineffective. Next up, Curtis Moran. He played 68 minutes in the middle third. He had 17 runs, 72 metres, 3 tackle breaks and offload, 23 tackles, 1 missed, 1 ineffective. Obviously, he's heading off to the Gold Coast Titans at the end of the season, but he's going to do his damn best to try and fight for a spot back in first grade. He's playing some great football at the moment too. Next up, Cassius Tia, the young half, getting back in the chance this week. He had 69 metres from 10 carries, a try, a lie break assist, a try assist, some absolute great calling there from the Bobson Network out there at Belmore. He had 3 tackle breaks, 19 tackles, and 4 misses though. Next up for the Raiders, Ethan Sanders. He had 36 running metres in this one, a line break assist, 2 try assists, 10 tackles, 3 misses, 1 ineffective. For the good play though he had a couple of little errors and conceded some penalties in some big situations. One of those was a high tackle that led to possessions that led to the try to sort of give the Bulldogs the momentum at the end of the game. So that's just little things that Ethan can work on. Next up, Kane Anderson. Sorry, Kane, we didn't pick a photo for you this week, but he had 16 runs, 129 metres, a try assist, 3 tackle breaks and offload, 21 tackles, no misses, 2 ineffective. He's playing some really good football at the moment since finding stability in the centres. Next up, Noah Martin. We often look at Noah's work rate and think we could do a little bit more, but this time he was absolutely superb. A try, 9 runs for 90 metres, 2 tackle breaks, line breaks, 5 tackle breaks, 2 offloads, 37 tackles, 3 missed and 2 ineffective. Well, all eyes are on Manly in a week where Jason Saab, Lockie Croker and Corey Waddell were sent down to the New South Wales Cup. But would South Sydney spoil their party? Let's find out from Accor Stadium.
Croker goes to Walsh. Walsh, second man play wide. They take him over the line. And it's enough. Manly's in. Good hands there from Lewis Dodd. As Ward picks up a low pass, dribbles one into the goal, beats one. They're going to go over and score, South Sydney. The Bunny supporters group there, the Borough. There's Daniel O'Donnell, dummies, the try scorer. Gets into the backfield. Can he link up with some support here? Goes back to Gudgeon. Gudgeon heading for the post. He looks around, dives under the sticks. Great try, South Sydney. They go back-to-back here in the first. He finds a home here at Manly at the moment as they go out to Navale out to Arthur. He gets it on to Cheekham's into space here off the back of a tip on from Wakeham. 2-on-1. Put the glasses down. If Saab gets it, you will not catch Jason Saab. Ward goes flat to Johannssen. Dummies, props, stops. Out the back to Dodd. Dodd chips it over the top. Straight into the hands of Carson Kayo. That's a try to the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Referee steps back. Get over the line, but they're very close. Johannssen couldn't help himself. He's gone from dummy half. He's got the ball down. He chucks it up in the air. Sam Shum-Tonk gets it out to Navale. Navale to Arthurs. They've got him going backwards here. Walsh 2-on-1 to Tui, Marlo, Vega. That fresh white jumper there. Nice shiny jump as they go to Waddell out to Saab. Saab's going to show us what he's really got here. Swerves back on the inside. He beats Gudgeon, walks the tightrope and puts it down. in that far right corner, and Manly are not going anywhere here. Where are they going to push this ball? That's where they go. Walsh skips underneath, passes it out to Shup. He kicks it on out wide, and he's in again. Suimalo Vega in the corner.
And South Sydney doing enough there, even though they scored less tries than Manly. The goal kicking of Ashton Ward proving the difference in a 2-point verdict over Manly in what was a very entertaining Saturday night duel at Accor Stadium. Let's take a look at some of the key performers in our stats deep dive, and I want to start with Daniel O'Donnell. He had 50 minutes out at dummy half, filling in for Ryan Gray, a try, 4 runs for 86 metres, an offload, a line break, a try assist, an offload, 100% tackle efficiency as well, 23 tackles as well. Some great performances there from Daniel O'Donnell. Next up, Jacob Host. He's looking for a potential gig in Super League. He had 80 minutes on the edge, 13 runs, 128 metres, so it's around that 10 metres a carry sort of thing there. He had 52 post-contact metres as well, 37 tackles, 2 misses. And then we go to Tim Johannssen. What a performance from this guy. 80 minutes at lock, a try, 17 runs, 165 metres, 6 tackle breaks, 3 offloads, 44 tackles, no miss. He only had 1 ineffective in an absolute class display. Then we go over to Jason Saab. He had a double, 4 line breaks, 15 runs, 297 metres, an offload, a forced dropout, had a couple errors, 6 tackles, 1 miss, 1 ineffective. Absolutely incredible stuff there from Jason Saab. Then we go over to our halfback, Joey Walsh. He had 2 line breaks, 2 line break assists, 2 try assists, 150 metres almost, 6 tackle breaks, 2 offloads, 16 tackles, no misses, 1 ineffective, and that is absolutely incredible for this young half at the moment. And then we go over to Corey Waddell. He had 80 minutes in this one. It's likely he's going to line up on the right edge. He had 15 runs, 128 metres, a line break assist, a try assist, 2 tackles and an offload, 34 tackles, did miss 4 though, and have 2 ineffective. While Sunday saw a grand final rematch between the North Sydney Bears and the Newtown Jets, and the Jets were looking for some consistency after a string of bad performances. Let's go through all the action from North Sydney Oval.
As they work it to the left now with Ford. Finds a centre. Eli Clark could score. Just short. Try. Beautiful work by the Newtown Jets. Eli. They swing it to the left to Puru. Out the back now to Ford again. Look out. Navale scores. The Newtown Jets have come out flying here. As they spin it away now to Toby. Ref says play on Noski. It's over, is he? Oh, you betcha. That is an incredible try, Toby. Disappointment in the side for a few years. Here goes Chris Violea. On the right-hand side of our broadcasting side of the ground here on Bar TV and Sydney Sports Radio. Out of dummy half they go now with Riley Pollard. Bit of push and shove here in back play.
Guys, do not be surprised to see one of the Newtown players going into the bin.
Sent off! You were right, Shane. Chris Violea has been sent off. And the Bears with the advantage. Kobe Thomas to the line! Scores! Yes! Kobe 2 metres away. McCulloch scores! Newtown hit the lead here. And here we go now to Peru again. Finds his man here in Ford. They chip, they chase, they score! Sizzling try for the Jets! With Christian Jackson. There's a party underneath the Molly Dive stand. Last tackle for the Jets. Peru puts it up with the left boot. Chance for a try. Newtown have scored.
So the Jets down to 12 men for most of the second half, pulling off victory, 24 points to 12. And I have to say, that send-off was a very, very harsh decision from referee Casey Badger there. Yes, he did strike, but I don't think there was enough intent to dismiss there, and I think that's one that she would like back over again. Let's go to our stats deep dive, though. We're going to kick off with Jaden Yates, the dummy half. He had 6 runs for 52 metres, a line break assist, 2 tackle breaks, an offload, 46 tackles, no misses, 1 ineffective. He's been a real consistent face for the North Sydney Bears throughout this season. Next up, Kobe Thomas. He picked up a try, 12 runs for 114 metres, a line break, 2 tackle breaks, 35 tackles, 3 missed. He sort of moved from a half role where he was at the Roosters into the middle under Anthony Barnes this season, and he's doing an absolutely incredible job in that regard. Then we go over to Joe Chan. He had 51 minutes in this one, a line break, 12 runs for 120 metres. It was 2 tackle breaks, 19 tackles, 1 missed, 1 ineffective. I was very impressed with Chan in this one at the moment. He probably outdueled his fellow Melbourne Storm forward, Atavalu Lasati. It seems like they're all duking it out for spots on the bench at the moment. For the Jets, though, it was a sequence of young stars in the Sharks program that shone, starting with Taj Ford at fullback. He picked up a try, 18 runs, 189 metres, a line break, 2 tackle breaks, 2 line break assists, 3 try assists, 16 tackles, 2 missed, 1 ineffective, 1 error, an absolute class display from a makeshift fullback too. So well done to Taj Ford. Next up, Eli Clark, the former Bulldogs centre. He picked up a try, 15 runs for 164 metres, 5 tackle breaks, 11 tackles, 1 missed, 3 ineffective. Then we go over to Sam McCulloch, the Jersey Fleet captain from last year. He picked up half an hour worth of football, a try, a line break, 2 tackle breaks, 11 runs for 83 metres, 24 tackles, 1 missed, and 1 ineffective. As we reported on League Scene Pod this week, Chris Vailila escaped sanction for his stomp, which saw him sent off, so that's a boost for Newtown heading into their next match. Well, the final game of the round saw us take a trip to Combank Stadium for the clash between the Parramatta Eels and the Newcastle Knights. The Eels are looking to bounce back after last week's loss to the Warriors, while the Knights are just looking to find some consistency.
Here, blindside from Arthur, then McCarthy, then DeCourcy. They've got them down the right. The Knights on the make here. Arthur for Gamble, short to Hetherington. Hetherington is through. Pryke and Hunter. Couple of dummies from Hunter. Then he put Kerr through, and Kerr might return the favour. Gives it to Hunter, who runs it around. Inches. Arthur now for Gamble. And Gamble to the sky. And guess what? It's Scolari against McCarthy again, and Scolari's turned it over. DeCourcy has a run to the line. DeCourcy finds the grass. DeCourcy finds the Knights third and his second. Hang on. Hands now. And Hunter all the way through. Hands to the blind, and Hunter's in everything at the moment. He's found a pass to Nanva, who got a little kick away. They're on here, Para with Nanva. He'll try and do it himself. He tried to get the ball down and he couldn't. Now Hands goes to Hunter. Not again, surely. He's put Lewis through. Lewis is there. Referee will point this time. For Volkman. Volkman threw 15 dummies and took off. Now Tweedle's looming up on his right. He's got Jones in front of him. He's got Tweedle to take the football. And score for Parramatta. Gamble will go to the air. McCarthy's tormented them all day. He goes up again. It goes to DeCourcy again. DeCourcy is over. He will run it around for the kick. Hetherington turns it over, and he may just have turned over the game as Newlands runs away. Hetherington is chasing his mistake, but Newlands will score. Gamble's kick. DeCourcy's chase. He's already got a hat-trick. He'll come inside and make it 4.
And it was a win for the Parramatta Eels. It was a bit dicey towards the end there with goal kicking, but it was a win for the Eels, and Newcastle Knights have just got to feel a little bit disheartened because they played damn well in this game. Wilson DeCourcy picking up 4 tries, but let's look at our stats deep dive, starting with Ronald Volkman. He had 5 runs for 88 metres, a line break, a try assist, 20 tackles, 1 missed, 1 ineffective. A very strong kicking game throughout for the number 7. He'll be next cab off the rank if anything happened to Dylan Brown or Footy Dean Hawkins. Next up, Matt Hunter. He's the man that's sort of gone under the radar. He picked up a double, 14 runs, 106 metres, a line break, 2 line break assists, a try assist, an offload, 23 tackles, 3 missed, 1 ineffective. He's sort of the young half there that's gone under the radar. They're talking about Joash Papali. They're talking about all those other potential options at 6. Matt Hunter's the man that's gone under the radar for mine. Next up, Saxon Pryke. He had 61 minutes, a team-high 49 tackles, and he only missed one. 11 runs, 81 metres, an offload. He's been really consistent this season too, Saxon Pryke. Well, next up, Tyson Gamble. He had 76 running metres, a line break assist, 4 try assists. His boot was absolutely on point in this game, Tyson Gamble. 19 tackles, 2 missed, 1 ineffective. Next up, Mason Teague. Now, Adam O'Brien's got to almost bite the board and get the guy in the team, because the energy he's shown throughout this season in Cup is just absolutely immense. He had 50 tackles in this game and didn't miss a single one. That's insane for a player that's not really had the NRL experience he's probably been worthy of. He also had 122 metres from 14 carries and 43 post-contact metres. Next up, Wilson DeCourcy. I touched on him off the top. 4 tries, 18 runs, 203 metres, a line break, 6 tackle breaks. He's starting to find his feet in the New South Wales Cup. All right, now it's time to take a look at this week's New South Wales Cup Team of the Week. Which star has become our player of the round? Well, round 16 saw a really heavy pool of players jostling it out for spots in our Team of the Week. And it's going to start with Tash Ford at fullback, Jason Saab and Wilson DeCourcy on the wings. Kalis Paul Potocco in his Cup debut gets a debut run in the Team of the Week. Eli Clark in the centres as well. Matt Hunter and Joey Walsh in the halves. The forwards, Emre Gula and Michael Molo. Tristan Hope, the hooker. The forwards, Noah Martin and Logan Spinks in the back row. Tim Johannssen locks the scrum. The bench are Mason Teague, Jaden Yates, Billy Phillips and Eddie Elamir Toyava. Tyson Gamble is the 18th man. Well, our player of the round this week is Tim Johannssen from the South Sydney Rabbitohs. He was initially at the Western Suburbs Magpies to start the year, and he's gone over mid-season and done an absolutely terrific job. South Sydney has turned around their massive form of late, and I think this guy has a massive reason why that has happened. He had 17 runs for 165 metres, a line break, 6 tackle breaks, 3 offloads, 44 tackles, no missed, 1 ineffective. That's sort of the effort plays that I think that Wayne Bennett will look for if he's looking to potentially move players in and around the squad over the coming weeks. So congratulations to this week's Player of the Week, Tim Johannssen. Well, changing pace now, we're going up north to the Queensland Cup, and we kick off this week in Toowoomba for the clash between the Western Clydesdales and the Northern Pride. Let's look at all the action between the two teams.
It is good. Thank you. On 2. Good. Turn around. Good. Yeah, mate. Yep. Good 3. Wait. Go. Tackle 4. Good. That side. Ball down. Coming in the last, mate. All good. Go last. Good line. Milk is 10. Good. In goal. And ball down. Come 10, 12. Jamal, need a hole. Pass is good. Fine. And ball down. Good. Come to the last. Good. Knock on. 0 coming. 0 coming on behind. Yep, all good. Ball down the line. Got to the line. Go last. Real line. Last. Outside. Good. Cried ball backwards. Then we're going to knock on. Ball 0 coming. So it's touched. No. 0. No touch from Toowoomba. You happy? Yeah, no touch from Toowoomba. Cool, thank you. Boom. Wait. Hold. Go last. Keep going. 6 more. Touch. 6 more. Touch. 6 more. Go outside. Good. No interference. You happy with that? 3. Play on. One coming. Are you on now? I'm still behind. Yeah, I'm with it. Chase here. Ball down. Grounding, coming into tackle 1. Yep. 9. Hold! Wait! Go last. Good last tackle. Ball down. No.
For the Western Clydesdales, conceding a try within the first 60 seconds of the game, but they did bounce back, scoring 3 tries either side of half-time to get themselves right into this ball game. But it was an interesting sort of sequence. After the try from Twist in the 50th minute, the Pride scored 3 tries in the final 10 minutes to seal the verdict. Let's look at some of the key players in our stats deep dive, starting with Joseph Litadamu. He had 15 runs, 134 metres, 2 tackle breaks, 2 offloads, 7 tackles, 0 miss, 1 ineffective. He's been a real find for the Clydesdales this year. His work rate has been enormous in a side that has struggled at times to go forward in this competition as they're standing alone on their own 2 feet. Next up, Luke Rowland, the 5'8", had 2 try assists off his boot, 2 tackle breaks, 10 runs, 88 metres, 2 offloads, 15 tackles. He did miss a couple though, but overall some good signs there from the pivot. Next up, Paddy O'Callaghan, 49 minutes, 9 runs, 87 metres, 2 tackle breaks, and offload, 34 tackles, 0 miss, just a 1 ineffective in a sound outing. For the Pride, Marley Batangane, 48 minutes, he picked up 2 tries, 12 runs, 112 metres, 2 line breaks, 6 tackle breaks, 23 tackles, 0 misses, 1 ineffective. Absolutely incredible performance from Batangane in a performance that I think he needed to kind of kickstart his season. Next up, James Fraser on his Queensland Cup debut, nonetheless. Talk about an impact. He had 10 points off his boot. He had 7 runs for 51 metres, a line break, 4 tackle breaks, 2 forced dropouts, 22 tackles, just 1 miss, 1 ineffective. Then we go to Campbell Duffy, the North Devil King himself. 65 minutes, a try, a line break, 16 runs, 123 metres, 6 tackle breaks, just the 3 misses. He did have 1 ineffective as well. But overall, it was probably one of his best displays in a Northern Pride jumper since making the switch. Well, next up, it's the battle for the Liam Hansen Cup. It's the clash between the Redcliffe Dolphins and the Tweed Seagulls. Now it's time for all the action from KO Stadium.
Down. Redcliffe, wait. Okay, 3. Ethan. 11 needs a foot there. Keep going. Play on. Good. Down. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Square up. Team up. Meters. Yep. Momentum takes him there. Boom. Wait. That one's good. Keep going. Passing's okay. Down. To that. Yep, mate. Play it on here. Go 4. Go 10, 9. Go 10. It's through. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Okay, you got a number though? Yeah, I'll get the number. Yeah, thank you. Number 4. 4? Number 4. 3. Go 3. Line's good. Keep going. Yep. Just watch it, Lenny. Let it go. Hold here. Wait, George. Time's good. Keep going. Pass is good. Quick. Down.
So the Dolphins, with an amazing second half, weathering the storm from the Tweed Seagulls in the shadows of half-time to score 3 second-half tries and prove the difference to win by 8 points and claim the Liam Hansen Trophy. Next up, though, the Stats Deep Dive. We're going to kick off with a former Brisbane Bronco and Canterbury Bulldog, Ethan Quay-Ward, the leading runner for the Redcliffe side. 16 runs, 148 metres, 5 tackle breaks, 17 tackles, 2 missed, 2 ineffective. It seems like he's enjoying his football again, and that's what I wanted to see from Ethan Quay-Ward. He was sort of up and down, toing and froing where he was going to play his football between Brisbane and Canterbury for that little period, but he's been back home and he's been absolutely smashing it. Next up, Josh James. He had 7 runs for 71 metres, a line break assist, 3 try assists, 4 tackle breaks and offload, 28 tackles, 1 miss, 2 ineffective. He was in the Canberra Raiders pathway before coming up here to Redcliffe over the last couple of seasons, and he's absolutely brained it since he's come up here. Of course, he had that big field goal in the preliminary final against the Pride to send him all the way through to the grand final last year, and ever since then, he's been absolutely smashing it out in Redcliffe, Josh James. Next up, Jared Purcell. He picked up a try. Now it's his 4th in 6 games. A line break, 13 runs, 78 metres. A game high, 39 tackles, no missed, 1 ineffective. An absolute steel train since coming for a Tweed a couple of years ago. Jared Purcell. Next up, Brian Kelly. We're going to kick off with Tweed and the man himself. He was looking for an NRL recall after his shock axing. 17 runs, 186 metres, 5 offloads, 3 tackle breaks, 13 tackles, 2 missed, 1 ineffective. He had a couple errors as well, but overall, that's the sort of outing that I think Brian Kelly would have been after, and an outing that I think Des Hasler would have wanted to see from his quote-unquote strike centre. Next up, Joe Vuna, the former Titan. 73 minutes, a try, a line break, 14 runs, 141 metres, 3 tackle breaks, 20 tackles, 3 misses. And then we go to JJ Collins. 64 minutes, 20 hit-outs, 189 metres, 3 tackle breaks, 2 offloads, 100% tackle rate, making 21 of his tackles in an absolute class display. Next up, we're going to Burleigh for the clash between the Burleigh Bears and the Ipswich Jets. Burleigh have been the side to fade in second halves. Would that be the same again? Let's find out.
Dummy half, we saw a try last week, Corey Geyer scoring a try, and that's going to be dived on in the in-goal area. I think it might be awarded there to Corey Ross. Bank there before the arm goes up. He's having a great game. Oh, he's got a ball. And finally, it's going to be Brett Greinke. He's going to go across here. A couple of tackles goes with Hamilton. Puts a cross-field kick here that's going to... it's come off. It's come off the upright. I think you find it's landed into the hands of the Bears player. On. Pasco again at first receiver. Grab a kick here. Just needs to catch it. And he does so. And Arama Hawa will go over and score the... Bears down by 12, 18-6 the half-time score. Here's a chance left-hand side. He was with Troy Leo. Troy Leo's got some pace. Leo for the try line. Only forwards to beat Leo. And Leo will score the first points of the second half. And Troy Leo put the glasses down. So the Bears have come out with intent. Costa now. Short ball almost gets through. Josh Rogers. No, it was the 17 catch and pass. They're going towards Troy Leo's wing again. Doesn't need Troy Leo. Yes, he does. He gets a great pass. Golder go to the left-hand side. It's with no look. Play on that. Should be 6 more to go. Troy Leo looking for a treble. Gets there. No, flicks it back inside to Dean Mariner. And Dean Mariner will go over. Bears have really given a heart attack to their faithful of late. It's gone right down to the wire the last 3 innings. And arms in the air. I thought they were on the roller. Maybe somebody might go because it's going on report. No, he's gone for 10 minutes. Now, I thought that might be the case. We've seen 4 or 5 crushes.
Yeah, there was a bit of verbal, and you may have even picked it up on the camera because it's right in front of our cameras on that occasion. He's been sent off.
Together. Reliability. UAA.com.au to the left-hand side with Mariner. Sorry, those Perez on that far side. They've gone over. They've clinched it here, the Bears.
I think the teams reversed themselves in this one. Normally, Burleigh are the team that fades away in the second half and concedes the game, but this time Ipswich drunk the Burleigh Kool-Aid at UAA Park on the Goldie. It was a slow start from Burleigh, but they answered the call, scoring 4 second half tries, and of course aided in the final 10 minutes by a poor lapse of discipline for Ipswich. They had 6 occasions players placed on report. Josh Paxton placed on report 3 times in this game. Stats deep dive time now, and Dean Mariner. He picked up a try, 2 line break assists, 4 tackle breaks, 2 try assists, 17 runs, 189 metres and 2 offloads. The bloke was an absolute machine, especially on that edge next to Troy Leo, who picked up a double, 12 runs, 219 metres, 3 line breaks, try assist, 3 tackle breaks and an offload. It was absolutely braining it in this one. Troy Leo on the outside there. They've got a good group of core outside backs. Leo, Mariner's been doing great guns coming down from Brisbane. Lachlan West has been in amongst it as well. Pete, they've been really, really consistent. And as well as Credence Toya, who we've highlighted quite a number of times. And then there's bookended by that front row. Kurt DeLuey, 59 minutes at prop, 9 runs for 91 metres, a tackle break, a game-high 45 tackles, just a 1 miss, 1 ineffective. He has been awesome since coming down from North Sydney. Next up, Oliver Pascoe, again another 80 minutes at 9. He did concede 3 penalties though. That's just a slight little bit of ill-discipline we were talking about off the top. 43 tackles, 2 miss, 1 ineffective, a tackle break and offload, and he picked up 9 runs for 79 metres out of dummy half. Next up, the former Rabbitoh, Dion Taupo. He had 40 running metres, 2 try assists, 13 tackles, just the 2 misses. I was really mind-boggled by Ipswich's team selection in this game. They only went in this game with one real notable kicker, and that was Taupo. He had to kick the ball over 600 metres, and I think he kicked it around 20 times or so in an absolute pretty good display. Next up, Arama Howe. He had 80 minutes, a try of a good Taupo grubber. I love the effort plays in Arama Howe. 10 runs, over 100 metres, an offload, 26 tackles, 3 missed, and just the motor he has is really good. And see what happens when he actually plays more than 10 minutes in a game. Take notes, Des Hasler. Take some notes. Well, next up, we're going to the big clash, the top of the table clash between the Townsville Blackhawks and the Norths Devils. The Blackhawks are looking to prove themselves amongst the competition's elite, while the Devils are looking to showcase the form that saw them win last season's premiership.
Turns back Lahrs, nice strong carry, picked up some good post contact.
Oh!
The leg drive still going, he's pulled down about 5 metres out. He's wrestled it down in the ruck. Hodges, this time he turns Hampson back under, and he knows his way to the try line, Brownie. Fifth, 30 out, they go down the left-hand pocket there through Stevanovic. Little kick over the back. They find the winger in there, and the 5, he's might have reached out and he scored. I think he has. Kane Rushton. It's a threat, gets out and plays. Brooks
good short
tips
ball.
on to Sam Elliott there, and he hits and spins off the tackle of the Blackhawks defence. And the North Devils score under the post. Plays it back to Hodges. Goes to the right to James Tamu.
Great offload.
Beautiful around the corner pass. Beyond Diodo over the top. And the man, the finisher, Khalifa Fire scores in front of the clubhouse there for the Mendy Townsville Blackhawks. He's been outstanding, he really has. Hodges, a dummy half, goes short on the right edge.
Yeah, Webley.
And Luke Webley scores for the middle there from Stuckey. The Blackhawks back on himself. They go to his right edge, they force their way over. Stuckey. Once again, he plays out the back beyond Yodo. He goes out the back to Baker. Dixon hands the fire lower. Puts a little kick through. Who's chasing it once again beyond?
Where has this been the whole game?
Hodges. Dummy half.
Last
Self puts a little kick. It lands in Isaiah Latu's hands. Jaden Hodges, what a try. What a try.
And the Blackhawks showing off their form this season. It has been an absolute rise and a half by the Blackhawks. Terry Campese has done wonders with this squad, and they picked up their biggest scalp of the season, an 8-point win over the Norths Devils. Let's go to our stats deep dive now. Jaden Hodges had 10 runs for 88 metres, 2 line break assists, 2 try assists. He had an offload, a forced dropout, 34 tackles, 2 misses. He's been an absolute speed machine out of dummy half, and just his execution has been incredible at 9 this season. Next up, Bailey Biondi-Odo. He had 14 runs, 121 metres, a line break assist, a try assist, 3 tackle breaks, 21 tackles, just the 2 misses there. Next up, Kaiden Lahrs, 41 minutes, 6 runs, 92 metres, 39 of which came from post-contact, 6 tackle breaks at offload, 21 tackles, just the 3 missed following his NRL debut last weekend. And of course, he continues that magnificent streak of only losing 1 of his last 15 Hostplus Cup matches. Next up for the North Devils, Blake Paskins had 12 runs, 134 metres, 9 tackle breaks. A strong display from him in this game. He had 19 tackles, just the 2 miss in this one. Next up, Sam Elliott. He had 61 minutes, a try, a line break, 10 runs to 68 metres, 2 tackle breaks, an offload, 33 tackles, just the 3 missed, the 1 ineffective. And then you go for LJ Nonu, the current Dolphin affiliated player, beg my pardon. He had 15 runs, 147 metres, a line break, 5 tackle breaks, 10 tackles, 2 misses. He did make 3 errors though in this game, and that's something that will be worked out of his game a little bit as he goes through. Well, next up, we're off to the Sunshine Coast Stadium for the clash between the Sunshine Coast Falcons and the Wynnum Manly Seagulls.
Case is good. To the ball. Play on, still up. Play on, stick ball. Zero coming. Hold that 21. Down, mate. Good. Hold. Dude. Play on. Pull through. Right. Good there. Good mate. Go for no mark. Shoot good. Yeah. Go for mate. Go free. Yeah. Happy mate. Okay, good. Good. Hang on. All good, mate. On ball. No tackle. Split. Split. Yeah. Oh! Go one. Good ball. Yeah. Good. Go. Yeah. Good, mate. Good rock. Backwards. Back foot.
And a win for Wynnum Manly by 46 points to 18. The fun fact, they scored 10 tries to 3, and yet it only is 46 to 18. With goal kicking, it could have been as high as 60. Let's go to our stats deep dive, starting with the Sunshine Coast. The man himself is back. Jonah Peasant, 55 minutes as he returns from another knee injury. He's on a minutes rotation, obviously. He did have a line break assist, a try assist, 5 tackles, no misses, but one ineffective. He kicked the ball about 4 or 5 times in this one. Didn't look to be hampered at all. Next up, Fallon Peters, 10 runs for 100 metres, a try, a line break, 3 tackle breaks, and offload. He also had 37 tackles with just the 1 miss. Next up, Sam Burns. He had a try, a line break, 5 runs for 40 metres, 3 tackle breaks, a game-high 47 tackles with just the 4 misses. So you look at that attacking output and go, oh, why has AJ put him on the deep dive? Well, just look at that defensive output. He also had some really high pointing plays, those tackle breaks, the line break, and the try off the crash over. Speaking of highlight plays, what about this Wynnum attack the last couple of weeks? Liam Sutton has added an absolute dynamic over the last 4 weeks. He had 12 runs, 174 metres, 2 line breaks, 6 tackle breaks, 4 line break assists, 2 try assists, 3 offloads, 13 tackles with 0 misses. He has absolutely flown since arriving at Wynnum, as I mentioned, in that game at Stradbroke Island. If you're looking at the total New South Wales Cup try assists tally, Liam Sutton's almost caught up to the top group. He's had 9 try assists in 4 games. Guy Hamilton leading the comp from Burleigh with 15 of them, so he only needs 6 more to get to the top, and that's absolutely insane. Next up, Ben Farr, a double, 263 metres from 19 runs. He had 3 line breaks, a try assist, 8 tackle breaks, an offload in what is quickly becoming one of the best offences to watch. Then you go to Deloise Hoyter. He picked up a hat-trick, sort of the forgotten man in Brisbane's outside back puzzle. Over 100 metres, 2 line breaks, 2 line break assists, 2 try assists, 8 tackle breaks. The bloke is absolutely performing in what was a top-notch side. Now, you're probably wondering why we don't have Selwyn Cobbo here for the second week in a row. The reality is he just didn't play that good. I'll take you through his numbers, though, for the benefit of those that listen to the lower grade wrap. He had over 100 metres, which is okay. 9 runs though, 3 tackle breaks, a line break, 2 tackles, 0 misses, no errors. So I think the most satisfying thing there for Cobbo is the no errors, which is a positive because he has been a little bit error prone in his time in the league. Well, next up we're off to the Totally Workwear Stadium for the clash between the Brisbane Tigers and the Papua New Guinea Hunters as they welcome back their Player of the Year from last year.
And they go the short side here inside the 10. Jack's on through the hands. And Baker, they keep it alive. That was infield from Josh Smith. And now Jax plants it down. Tius. Rimbu. Short. Finds Capinius. The Capinius spent some time with Wynnum Manly. Now Judah Rimbu from dummy half. From Robert Mateus trying to step his way through to the try line. Last tackle, only 5 away. Arlu. Glare, he can go himself. He holds it up beautifully and crashing over Elijah Roltinger. Oh, I thought you dismissed it. Thank you very much.
No, well, I just stuck with Ahamana's break.
Russell Smith with the kick, well inside the 40. And what a kick from Russell Smith. That is a 40-20. Wallace very close to the try line. Wood, trouble here for the Hunters. And Simone Ahamana gets a late pass away to Williamson. And Kobe Williamson finishes it off. From Jacks, Russell Smith, Goes back to where it came from. Draw and pass. Baker over the top. Wayward to Smith. Intercepted by Wane. Wane is away. Solo. Wane shut the gates. He'll take some stopping. Williamson comes across. Hooker. Only 10 away. Wood. And Taj Wood linking up with Ngatapu. To the Tigers. Here they come. Wood has a bit of time. Jacks. Baker chimes in. On to Bradley now via Smith. And Bradley back inside to the most.
Keep the series alive.
Yes, certainly. Oh, hits Wood through the middle.
Taj Wood is through. Guess who's backing up? Riley Jacks for a hat-trick. Half a metre away. Chang will go himself. Jackson Chang gets there. Calendar 4X rivalry round next Sunday when the Wynnum Manly Seagulls host the Redcliffe Dolphins. Coverage live and free from 2 p.m. as the Tigers make a break here. Caleb Dawn, he gets it away. Johnny Baker. And there's the icing on the cake for the Brisbane Tigers.
Brisbane Tigers getting it done in Riley Jack's 150th game, and talk about doing it in style. An absolute beauty of a game, picking up a hat-trick in game 150, 6 runs for 65 metres, 2 line breaks, 4 tackle breaks, 22 tackles, 0 misses, and a 100% tackle rate. Congratulations, Riley, one of the troopers of the Queensland Cup, and just a battler in general. Then you go to Josh Smith. What more can we say about this bloke? The leading meter reader in Queensland Cup. He's probably one of the hardest players to tackle. 6 tackle breaks in this one, 4 offloads, 2 line breaks, a line break assist, 10 tackles, 2 misses. He is on an absolute tear away. He's second in Queensland Cup in tackle breaks, only behind the wrecking ball Kalolo Saitawa, but he's averaging an insane number of tackle breaks a game. He's averaging around 4.5 tackle breaks a game, which for players that have played over 10 games is the third highest. Ben Farr, Dudley Dudoy, and Zachariah Miles, as well as Saitawa, are above him. Then you go to Kane Bradley. He had 21 runs for 179 metres, a line break, 2 line break assists, 2 try assists, 4 tackle breaks, and 3 offloads. But I mentioned off the top, he's back. Judah Rimbu, the Queensland Cup Player of the Year, after an unsuccessful stint in Castleford. He picked up a try, a line break, 6 runs to 41 metres, 3 tackle breaks, a game high, 42 tackles, 1 missed, 1 ineffective. Their attack improves tenfold with Rimbu back in the side, and I'm very much looking forward to him going to work with Jamie Mavoko over the next couple of weeks. Next up, Solo Wane. He had a try, 13 runs, 229 metres, a line break, 3 tackle breaks, but the 50% tackle rate really does strike me out in this one. The Tigers ran at him, and poor Josh Smith absolutely tore him apart. Then you go to Robert Mathias, 13 runs, 118 metres, the only Hunters forward to run over 100 metres. He had 56 post-contact metres, 29 tackles, 3 missed, and 2 ineffective. All right, now it's time to take a look at this week's Team of the Week for round 14 of the Hostplus Cup. Ben Farr at fullback for the Wynnum Manly Seagulls. Their attack at the moment is absolutely flying. Troy Leo on one wing along with Deloise Hoyter, who picked up a hat-trick. Kane Bradley and Josh Smith in the centres. I know Bradley played on the wing, but his form has been absolutely dynamic as of late, and Josh Smith's probably one of the best centres running around in the Queensland Cup. The halves of Riley Jackson, Liam Sutton. The forwards, Marley Benengane and JJ Collins. Jaden Hodges with his star performance for Townsville gets the nod at hooker. Fallon Peters, despite being absolutely dominated, was one of the best on the field for Sunshine Coast. Jaron Purcell claims the other edge spot, with Campbell Duffy locking the scrum for the Pride. The bench looks like this, with Josh James, Kurt DeLuey, Kaiden Lahrs, and Pat O'Callaghan for the Clydesdales getting a rare nod for that side this season. It's time to take a look at this week's Player of the Round. And for the 3rd week in a row, I think, Liam Sutton is our Player of the Round. You can just almost copy-paste with what he's been able to do up there. He had 12 runs, 174 metres, 2 line breaks, 6 tackle breaks, 4 line break assists, 2 try assists, 3 offloads, 13 tackles, no misses. He's come to make his mark almost immediately. We went through the stats before. He's absolutely braining it up with Wynnum Manly. And just sort of think about this. Like, you can have a season like this, and you can earn a trade and trial deal with the Broncos for next season. Like, it's been that easy to see teams look at the Queensland Cup, look at the New South Wales Cup, look at players that they need to target for future seasons. And on that note, that's our program for this week. Thanks very much for your company for round 16 of the New South Wales Cup, round 14 of the Hostplus Cup. A full week next week, so we're going to be a little bit more extended. We've got every game for the New South Wales Cup and every game for the Queensland Cup. The major match to look for in the New South Wales Cup comes on Saturday afternoon. The St George Illawarra Dragons, and who are in second place, take on the third place Parramatta Eels. Meanwhile, in Queensland this week, the major match to look forward to is the clash between the third place Wynnum Manly Seagulls and the fifth place Redcliffe Dolphins. That's it for this week in the lower grade wrap. I'm AJ Luke Antonio. On behalf of the entire League Scene team, we'll catch you next Wednesday for another look at the magical world of reserve grade. Take care, everyone.